Google Campaign Tracking, a simple way to identify where your traffic's coming from. And it's easier to set up than you think. Let's get to it.
All right, let's see how fast we can identify how to use conversions. So in Google Analytics, it's a good idea to be able to not only track the goals of what we're trying to do, but track our actual campaigns so that we know when we're converting where the actual source came from. So the conversions here we find under acquisition, campaigns, and we can go into all campaigns and we can start seeing the source, medium, and then I like to do the secondary dimension, and you can just type in campaign, and then you'll see the source secondary dimension for campaign. So the way that we make this work, it's really simplistic. Google has it all built in the box for us. We just take this code here and utilize this. So the end part of the code here is the actual campaign where we apply the UTM source, where we want to say something specific like this is an email campaign for your JCC target audience. This is what source is it? This is email, or this is Facebook, or this is YouTube, or this is YouTube ads, or this is Facebook ads. I think you get the point. Then we have a UTM campaign, which I think we should try to get as specific as possible. So if this is an email campaign, not just saying it's the JCC sequence, but ideally saying this is the JCC sequence number 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Every time we need to add a space to make it human readable, I just put an underscore in because we can't put any spaces. We start making a real mess out of things. And the key here is we put in whatever our base URL is. We identify our base URL by going to the page that we want to link to, take that URL, put it right in here, append to the end of that URL the actual question mark UTM source equals whatever you want to call the campaign source, the UTM medium being email in this case, and then the UTM campaign being JCC1. So if you were utilizing this on Facebook, I would probably say Facebook post, or if you want it to be more generic because maybe you're posting through Facebook and Instagram at the same time, you can say Facebook Instagram post. The UTM I would then put as Facebook Instagram, or you could even just say social media because it'll say here Facebook post. And then if you wanted to get even more granular, you could say something like Facebook post JCC features or whatever, something a little bit more detailed. So I clicked this link earlier, so it already showed up. I followed through to the Microsoft website using this tracking code, and that's why now here under acquisition campaign, all campaigns, we can then see the source and the campaign because I added it as a secondary dimension. So this will give us a really clear picture of where this traffic came from, specifically what campaign it came from, and then being that we have our goals and conversions set up, we can see what conversion events occurred and where the audience came from. So this is a really powerful tool, and I encourage us all to use this. You can use this across the board anytime we're trying to track where the traffic came from to quantify our results. All right, thank you.
If you found that video helpful, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you'd like, and if nothing else, leave a comment below asking any other questions that you may have, because I love solving problems.